Now, the UK has condemned plans by Iran to execute a British Iranian national who it has accused of spying for British intelligence. Alireza Akbari is a former Iranian defence minister who was arrested in 2019 and convicted on espionage charges. Let's get more now from our international editor, Lindsay Hilsum. So what do you know about this case?
We knew very little. The Foreign Office have been aware of it, but at the family's request kept it quiet because the family hoped they could resolve this problem in Iran. Now, Mr. Akbari was picked up in 2019 and he was accused of espionage. The family say he's not a spy. They say that he was tortured and drugged into confessing. Now, he, interestingly, had been a deputy defence minister under the reformist government in Iran in the late 1990s, early 2000s. After the reformists lost power, he left the country. He ended up here. He came to Britain about 10, 12 years ago and naturalised as a British citizen. That is how he has a British passport. But now it seems he is in acute danger of being executed, which is why the family have raised his case publicly for the first time. And they also today put out an audio clip of him explaining what the allegations, which he denies, against him are.
In the judicial case against me, they said I met the head of the Supreme National Security Council during President Rouhani's administration and gave him a bottle of perfume as a gift. In return, they say he gave me secret national intelligence under the supervision of the intelligence services, and I in turn gave it to foreigners.
So these allegations are years old. Why suddenly is there a threat of execution?
It's all political. He refers then to the head of the Supreme National Council for Security. Now, that is one of the people in Iran, a man called Mr. Kamkani, who has been advocating that the protesters who we've seen over the last 6 months out on the streets of Iran, that they should be treated more gently, that there should not be a crackdown against them, that maybe even there should be discussion of saying that there no longer should be mandatory hijab for women. So he is one of these more emollient characters. And Mr. Akbari is very closely connected with him. So it may be trying to put pressure on this man, because there is a lot of, I was going to say debate, but it's enmity, it's rivalry between different factions in the Iranian government. It may also be about putting pressure on the British government, which is about to call the Iranian Revolutionary Guard a terrorist organisation.
Now, we didn't know about this case. I mean, are there other dual national cases that we do know about, or that may be?
I think there are so many. It seems that during the protests, at least 40 foreigners and dual nationals were picked up, have been arrested. We don't know where they all are. About a year ago, there was a Belgian man called Olivier van der Castille. He's an aid worker. He's not even a dual national. He's a Belgian. I was talking to his sister today. He has been accused of espionage. And, of course, they completely deny it. He's just an aid worker, they say. He's been condemned to 74 lashes and to 40 years in prison. There are so many cases in Iran at the moment. Iran is a terribly dangerous place at the moment for dual nationals, for foreigners, and, of course, for any Iranians who dare to criticise the government.
Lindsay Hilsum.